Okay, this will be an interesting one. This is something little kids like, usually girls, but not always girls. Let's see if I can make these look really nice. I'm really missing a loved one, folks, and I'm trying to get my work recognised on free-to-air television, get it on the news, the primetime news. It's really difficult trying to get my stuff out. I'd love to be with my partner Luigi instead of being alone. I'm not really good with loneliness. I don't really function that well. I'm really sad that I can't get in touch yet. I really am. It's disappointing I can't get together with this person, Luigi. I really miss him. Anyway, what do we got? We got here cool stuff. Puffy stickers, like butterfly stickers. We're interested above that. So we're going to take a section out of that and enlarge it. But basically I'm really missing this person, Luigi. And it's really difficult dealing with the fallout from my youth when I rejected him. It's really difficult trying to make up for lost time. I don't know how most people can deal with loneliness. I think most people are fairly social. They don't seem to have the same issues that a person like myself has. I find it really hard to be social, and I'm too busy working on this stuff to really give a fuck. I really find it really difficult dealing with the past, what I did wrong when I was young. Somehow I've got to put the past behind me, folks. How I'm going to do that? Your guess is, oh no, it's not your guess is as good as mine. When I find Luigi after I've been on television, when I finally get to locate where he is and be with him. So this is still a bit too much on the edge. So I'm really missing him, and it's really been a difficult slog trying to get this stuff to go to air, trying to make something out of it. It's not as easy as it looks, trying to air my work. I'm reliant on the kindness, or should I say the discretion of the TV channels, whether they think this stuff that I'm doing is worthy of being air-played or not. We forgot to leave the dock feeder open. So, it's really difficult. And this scanner is going, stupid. It's old. It's not that old, but this machine was making mechanical noises just months, if that, into when I got it. But I'm really finding I'm lonely. This is not perfect, but this will do. I'm really finding this loneliness that I'm dealing with on a day-to-day basis really difficult to deal with. It really hurts being without a loved one, not being able to be with someone to talk to and to share things with. It's really not as easy as it looks trying to get this stuff to go to air as much as I'd like it to. It's really a challenge trying to get the TV channels interested in playing it. Trying to make this stuff to be really like newsworthy as much as a photocopier demo can be. out it comes. The butterflies, they look interesting. Yeah, I really miss Luigi, and I'm trying my hardest to get my stuff out there. It really is a challenge trying to make something out of a negative, a positive out of a negative, trying to maybe, I don't know. I really miss Luigi, and I'm trying my best to put my best foot forward. Anyway, that looks interesting. It's looking interesting. But I'm really missing Luigi, and it's really a challenge trying to get the TV channels interested in what I'm doing. It's not as easy as it looks. It's not an easy so-called gig to push. Tomorrow I'm going back to work. Work is nearly over for the year, so it's almost time for me to pull up stumps for 2020, and hopefully next year will be a bumper year of good tidings. I know this is what people always talk about. You know, they always, when it's nearly the end of the year, people are musing over how the future is going to be like next year, and they always seem to think that they have their New Year's resolutions, all this cliche shit. So I don't want to start sounding too cliche. I'm not a cliche person as a general rule. I don't like them. I don't like cliches much. I do find them a bit tiresome and boring and worn out. So, but I'm still wishing. Anyway. It's been many years for my stuff to start happening. Now, I like it, but it's a bit minimalist. But basically, I'm really missing Luigi, and it would be nice if a TV channel could make my next year a great year and air my stuff. $2021, that's right, not 2020. Next year's 2021. I don't know if I said 2020 or 21, but I really hate the way people are so excited about the new year, and they don't seem to realise that, you know, then they find out that it was just another shit year, and this year has been a real shit year due to COVID-19. So we've had a real COVID kind of a year for this year. It's been a real shit of a year regarding COVID. It's been a fuck up. Well, that's when the vaccine is going to be rolled out in Australia. I think I was told it was, or heard it was February next year. So hopefully next year will be the end of this dreaded disease. It's going to take a while for the vaccines to be rolled out. I do look forward to the day that they do. I know some people are afraid of it because of recently we had a failure in the I think in Queensland. The Queensland vaccine didn't go too well. They had like false positives or whatever it was of HIV, which really doesn't go down too well. So they had to pull it. They had to pull off the. They had to pull out these trials. So that was a real letdown, to say the least. But we've got other stuff happening around the world. So hopefully soon it'll reach our shores once the England and the US get theirs rolled out, and hopefully without too much ado. And then hopefully Australia will follow. The other countries are like guinea pigs to Australia, you could say. So hopefully we'll get a really good vaccine out of it, and COVID will be a thing of the fucking past. And then we can say, fuck off, COVID, suck shit. Now this looks shit house. This looks a bit too big on the horizontal. But basically, we do need the vaccine, and I think the vaccine is the only way we're going to have a good 2021, should I say. So 2021, I'm hoping will be a great year. Yeah, that looks more interesting. Got more of this beautiful stuff there. I don't like the way that is really short. Maybe, but I'm really missing Luigi, and as long as we've got COVID-19 in play, I doubt if I'll find him. Which side is that side? But I'm really missing Luigi. It really hurts to be away from him, trying to make do with what I've got, making do and having to brave the loneliness and desolation that I feel being away from him. I'm just hoping this coronavirus news will get less once again. I did hear there were some infections in Melbourne just recently today. I saw it on the phone, which was really sad. It's the problem, if we don't have a vaccine, we can only tread water for so long before we get the vaccine happening. I had to cut out some of the really nice stuff to make this look presentable. This is not going to be the best demo that I can make. Wondering what we can do. But I really, really miss Luigi. Yeah, this is going to be a prolongated demo, so hopefully what I'm investing will work out well. Anyway, that looks interesting. We got more of that lovely flourish. I do think it's maybe a bit too long, or maybe it will look good, but I'm really missing my partner Luigi, and it's really difficult dealing with the shit of being alone. We're going to print it like this. Sometimes my demos don't always work. I'm wishing I had maybe gone back to it again to do something better than this. But these demos are unscripted, so you got to get what you get. When you do them, I get what I get. Sometimes they work, sometimes not so well. I don't always get it. But I'm really missing Luigi, and I'm trying my hardest to make my demos really good, to hopefully to entice the media that this stuff is worth playing. I've got heaps of discs I still got to hand out. I still got to hand out a whole bunch of discs that I've got in the cupboard, in the kitchen cupboard. I've got piles of them. So the fact of the matter is, the more the TV channels don't play my stuff, the longer they leave it, the more material they're going to get. I'm going to keep making these fucking videos until I see this stuff on the primetime news, and I'm watching it like a hawk. So I'm going to keep watching the news, and hopefully this shit will appear on the news. Anyway, that looks not so bad. Interesting. I think now we can call this demo quits.